Ladies and gentlemen, I decided to add some classic dramatic music to this article that I'm about to read to you. It deserves some drama. This came out in the Washington Post, January 31st, 2018. Trump, FBI feud over classified memos erupt into open conflict. No, we shouldn't be surprised. The long, simmering feud between Trump and the Justice Department erupted into open conflict Wednesday when the FBI publicly challenged the president's expected release of a contentious and classified memo related to the probe of the Russian meddling in the 2016 election. In a rare, unsigned statement, the FBI cited grave concerns with inaccuracies and omissions in the 4-page memo, which was written by House Republicans and alleges abuses at the Justice Department connected to secret surveillance orders. Trump has told advisors that the memo could benefit him by undercutting the special counsel's investigation and allow him to oust Justice Department officials. And that he wants it released soon. Something that could happen as early as Thursday. We have grave concerns about the material's omissions of fact that fundamentally impact the memo's accuracy, the FBI said. The extraordinary statement pits the nation's top federal law enforcement agency against a commander-in-chief who already has fired one FBI director and has repeatedly expressed a desire to remove the attorney general and others connected to the Russia investigation. That probe, led by special counsel Robert S. Mueller III, is aimed in part at determining whether any Trump associates coordinated with Russian efforts to interfere in the 2016 election and investigating any related issues. The FBI's public warning came after several days of failed attempts by FBI Director Christopher A. Wray and other Justice Department officials to convince the president and his senior staff in private meetings that the memo should be blocked because it poses a risk to national security. But oh no, Trump was captured on video Tuesday night after his State of the Union address, telling the South Carolina congressman that he was angry about the memo's conclusion and would 100% release it. Don't worry about it, Trump told Rep. Jeff Duncan, Republican South Carolina, who was urging its disclosure. Wray was repeatedly tried to warn the White House against releasing the disputed document, including a visit to the White House on Monday afternoon with Deputy Attorney General Rod J. Rosenstein to lobby Chief of Staff John F. Kelly. Later that night, Wray called Kelly again, but Kelly did not get around, saying the president was inclined to release the memo. According to people familiar with the call who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the conversation, justice officials have been leery of talking to Trump about the memo, given the ongoing Russian inquiry. These people said. So, Trump wants to release a memo that could risk national security to the public. An unwise move by an unwise man. But let's listen to the video. Let me turn off the dramatic music now. All right, we have to shut off Beethoven because we're going to listen to this video.
Let's release the number. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't worry. 100%. Can you imagine? Yes, sir.
What's at issue is an intelligence memo written by Republican staff on the House Intelligence Committee. And the memo, as it's been described to us, is basically a set of accusations against the FBI and the Justice Department, accusing them of misusing and abusing their surveillance authority. We're told that largely reflects around the surveillance of a particular person, a former Trump campaign advisor back in 2016.
Good evening. I want to give a quick briefing on the events in the committee this evening. I think we have crossed a deeply regrettable line in this committee.
On Monday, there was a vote in which the Republicans on the committee voted to make this memo public. All the Democrats opposed it. The Republicans control it, so they win. And that set off essentially a 5-day clock. And the president, under the rules, the president has 5 days to intervene and say, no, I don't want that released. If the president doesn't intervene, then the committee can go ahead and make it public. What seems to be happening is that the White House seems to be signaling that they may agree to make it public before the 5 days time frame.
Our national security lawyers in the White House that work for me, work for the president, they're slicing and dicing it, looking at it so that we know what it means and what it understands.
Did you see it?
I did.
What do you think?
It'll be released here pretty quick, I think, and the whole world can see it.
This has set off a huge fight, not just between Congress and the FBI, but also between the FBI and the White House at this point.
But today, the FBI sent a rare and stark warning to the White House over this memo.
It's very rare for the FBI to be in public disagreement with the White House on a matter of national security. So right away, we're in unusual territory here. But what the FBI specific objection is that the document, they say, paints an inaccurate portrait because it has some facts in it, but leaves out a lot of other important explanatory facts that would make the findings and the accusations seem far less sinister, according to them.
The thing that struck me about the statement first, good on Director Wray for making it, for no other reason than to protect, try to defend the great men and women of the FBI.
Law enforcement believes generally that these types of issues, foreign intelligence-based surveillance, national security surveillance, should always remain classified except in extremely rare, incredibly important circumstances. So that's one. Two, they're very concerned that this could set a precedent for other committees in the future deciding to release other classified information that they find politically meaningful. And they are afraid that the intelligence work that they do will get increasingly politicized, even more than it already is in the context of this investigation.
There you have it, y'all. This should be an interesting few days with them fighting over this memo.
We had votes today to politicize.
This will be really interesting. So I want to see what's in this memo that got everybody up in arms. So maybe it will be released. If it does, I'll do another video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice. Also join me over on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.